All right, folks, it is Sunday, Dragus Production Sunday with Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday edition coming up here very shortly. I'm setting up. Hope you guys and gals out there enjoy what I've been putting out over the years and recently. So, hope each and every one of you are ready for tonight. If you like us and you're new, please subscribe or follow us wherever you're at, whatever platform you're on. We do appreciate you and everything that you do. So, with that, give me a few more minutes and I will get John and the crew up with Censorship Sucks. And later on tonight, we should have Willie the Worm Farmer, and the guy who also has the Cricket Emporium in Sandy Run, South Carolina. That's right. So, sit back, relax. Let's get this all moving like it should. Shouldn't take me too long. I'll get us up and rolling. Having some issues over on the party side, but I will get that rolling here in just a second. So, hold on. Let me go over there and fix that connection. All right, and for those of you who just joined us, it is Sunday, 18 January 2026. I'm still setting up for Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Got a groovy night tonight. Let me get the folks over on do.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Hello?
Yep, are you here?
Yeah, you here. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. You're not coming through real good, though.
Oh.
Sounding like you're far
I'm
away.
not. Okay, good. Was thinking I would have to fix this.
Okay. I forgot tonight's not a Barry night. And I didn't see Doc in there. Looks like he had left. Don't know what's going on with that. Let me, I don't know.
Let me check and see if he's said anything to me specifically.
Okay.
I'm sure it's just a matter of time.
Yep, most likely.
Let me see here. So it sounds like I'm far away right now.
Yeah.
As I'm speaking right now, it sounds like
it does.
Okay, good. I got some new headsets. Oh, I'm sorry, earplugs, and it's using the audio from the earplugs, and I just want to turn it back to my normal input. Display, wallpaper, accessibility. Let's see here.
Yeah, because you kind of sound muffled. I don't know. How do I sound?
You sound fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just looking in my settings here for where to actually change this thing. Applications, apps.
Probably under sound and then microphone and headsets or whatever, you know.
Yep.
Veterans Radio into Kick Chat. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Alright. Doing all right here. It's been a really nice weekend. Hope you've been staying warm up there in Canada, buddy. Seen some minus 30 weather up that up in Canada. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, we'll probably be covering Minneapolis, right? John.
What's that?
I said we'll most likely be
Oh,
covering
yeah,
Minneapolis.
I'm sure,
Yep. Hold on here. Looks like okay, David Hogg in the house. All right. Yeah. And we'll most likely
Yeah, it's not.
most likely be
It's not Wednesday, guys.
talking about those Clinton
How you doing?
people not showing up for congressional here and that. So yeah.
Yeah, they ignored their subpoena.
Yeah, ignoring subpoenas.
Yep. So, Mark, you realize you started the Wednesday show?
Yeah, well, something like that.
Okay, all
right. How have you been, David?
I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, part one
All
for
right.
me. Part one from court went good for me. All right, just in case you didn't know.
Oh, good.
I didn't know you had court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Dave, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, but I'll be going back.
Okay. How's everybody doing in this new year?
Doing good, doing good.
All right.
It's starting off all right. That's
That's good.
I'm not going to jinx it. All right.
Okay.
Hey, David, I bought some earbuds,
Yeah.
and my audio is not going so well with them. But, like, in other words, the speakers in them aren't, or the microphone in them aren't very good,
Okay.
as you can probably tell, right?
Yeah, you sound
They
like
sound
you're
great,
muffled. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they sound fantastic though. So I want to keep the audio up here, but get rid of the my voice. I want to go back to my regular device for that.
Okay. You'll need to go into the
You know what
Windows
I'm
audio settings.
I'm on
All right.
a,
Oh, that's right.
Samsung.
Oh, crap. Yeah, you're on freaking Android.
Yeah.
Ah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't do it at all.
There may be a way, but I don't use Teams on Android at all.
Yeah, okay, that's the
But
other thing too. That's first
there's
place I
an
went was in
Android.
Teams.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't try to know.
I know in the PC version, you can set up where you want your mic and everything. And if that doesn't work, you can actually tell Windows, hey, this is the mic I want to use. This is the headset I want to use. So,
Yeah.
but your Android, which is quite a bit different.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find the meeting we're in right now. There it is. Okay.
Squared.
Bless
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay.
Do you see it? Is there a way to change it? There has to be some sort of way to set priority.
Yeah, I think I did hear speaker.
There
Let's
you
do
go.
this.
You sound better already.
Yeah, because I turned it off completely.
Oh, okay.
That's the ticket. That's the one you
All
do.
right. We can always ask Grok.
Oh, no, not that.
Oh, come on, man. We'll just ask Grok. Let's see here. How do I change mics under Android?
Okay. Device. What does this do? Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
I can hear you still.
Okay. I don't know what that is. So if I just go to here, I'm pretty good. And let me just disconnect these damn things. I'll put them away and figure it out another time.
Okay, because Grok says on Android as of 2026, including Android 15 Plus, switching microphones isn't as flexible as on a computer.
You would think, right?
Yeah, you would think. That's according to Grok.
It didn't say it's impossible, or
No, it didn't. It's just letting you know that it's not going to be easy. Let's see. That's regular phone calls, specific apps, very app dependent. It says Google Voice, no. Part of the camera. Connecting using external microphone. It says here that if you're going to use an external one, that normally it just it'll default to an external mic. But
yeah,
I don't know what you're using.
I will deal with this when I have more time. I thought I could walk right in here.
Yeah, you shouldn't do stuff like that right before you go on air.
Well,
Well, and I also thought there was a good chance it might sound good.
Okay.
That's why we have a pre-show, to work those issues out.
Yep. You do know that Drake and Gus provide you with mics and headphones.
Screw those bastards.
There's a lot of advantages on going with Drake and Gus.
Sure there is. My ass. All right.
All right.
I don't care what Willie says about them. They're just a bunch of jerks.
All right, I'll get a Grok.
That's clean.
I'm still reading on Grok.
I'm sorry. We're not on the radio side yet, Veterans Radio. I'm getting it out of my system right now. So that when we do go terrestrial side, I'll be squeaky clean. I know you give me a hard time about my language.
Man.
Yeah, we're allowed to cuss on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we do have to be careful with some people. Some people, if you get them started in the pre-show, You know, it's
No,
like
then
a
they just let it go.
It's a gateway thing for them.
Well, yeah, they get a little relaxed,
Yeah.
Normally you got to wait for the alcohol to kick in before they start dropping F-bombs, or becoming anti-Semitic,
Yeah, that's usually in the second hour on the
Yeah.
after show.
Let me tell you something. Yep.
Talking about the audio. Oh, appreciate it. I'm glad my audio is sounding a lot better now.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, that sounds a lot cleaner and crisper.
Yeah.
Don't change
There's another stuff.
Charlie Brown's teacher there,
Yep. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, well, he talked to mainly for the audio, just for the music. You know what I mean?
This is
okay.
This is.
I didn't even want them for the. I was trying to buy a pair that didn't even have a microphone in it, just for that.
Oh, good luck.
But
good luck.
Yeah, this one had a microphone in it. Apparently, I didn't even realize it did.
Okay.
I'm just gonna blame Barry, because he said he was gonna buy you a pair or send it to you, and I figured that's what happened. You got one of his recycles.
Yeah. Go ahead and pick on the guy not in the room, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, because Barry will either have found them in a dumpster somewhere, or in the bins or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Where they just throw all the stuff in a big bucket. People stand around digging through it. So yeah, who knows whose earwax would be on those things?
Ew.
Oh man, come on!
I know.
Hey,
I'm telling you. Yeah. Remember when he was selling used hemorrhoid pillows? Remember that?
Oh my God.
That's a true story. People can go through the records and find it.
Stop.
People accuse Willie of selling strange stuff online, but yeah. Oh yeah. True story, man.
Now I'm starting to wonder about Doc.
Oh boy, that guy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him, and I didn't see him in the deal, so I can't add him. So I don't know where he's
Well,
at.
you are on Wednesday.
That is true.
Oh, that is. Oh, okay.
That's a damn good point.
Hold on. Let me hang up. And no. I'm gonna let this go, and kind of like psych him out. We'll come in. We'll get in over there. Or do you want to switch now?
Solve it for everybody.
I don't know. He could just be sitting there waiting. Waiting.
Yeah,
what?
Here I am.
Why don't I just send him this link? We can try that for starters, unless you want to switch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then when we come back, we'll come back and.
All right. Do you want to switch? Is that easier for you? What do you want to do, Mark?
No. Yeah, we'll switch. Yeah. That's going to be easier.
Okay.
I clicked the wrong one by accident. Damn it.
All right. Let's go to Sunday then. We'll see you there.
Sunday.
All right.
See
Bye
you
bye,
there, guys. All right. Whoa, that was quick. Well, we'll try to get this back and going again. Uh-oh. Hello, where you at, guys? David Hogg in the house. Hello.
Hey!
There you are.
I see how you are.
Sorry, yeah.
Yep, see? I told you.
Yeah.
He started the Wednesday show,
I heard.
And so they're like, Doc, he's not showing up. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, you're on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was funny.
But time flies because now it's Sunday, and it feels like it was Wednesday about 45 seconds ago.
Oh, my God. I'm okay. I'll give you 3 Minds tokens for that next year.
Man, you're going to put me in another tax bracket now.
Uh-oh. Watch out now.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Those 3.5 cents, man.
Okay. Are you back, John?
He's muted. And he's a mutant. He may be urinating on a rock somewhere. You know how he is.
Oh, no, don't, please. We haven't done that this year. So, well, I'm going to try to give him a clean slate.
All right.
Or a new rock. All right.
All right.
Well, you could change it out for a round one or an oblong one, but
maybe he's just pooping on a cactus
anymore. All right.
Hey, pooping on a cactus is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
I lived in
Pooping
Arizona
on
for
cactus.
a while.
There you go.
Yep.
You go camping and you squat in the wrong spot, man. It's dangerous.
I know. And depending on the cactus, it can be extra painful.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, yeah.
Those prickly pears. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They got the little tiny needles. You don't even see them. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Paging Mr. Galt. Paging Mr. Galt. You are muted, Mr. Galt. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. It probably reconnected to the earbuds that he bought that have the crappy mic. So, you know.
Because the Bluetooth device is not
connected.
Yes.
Yeah, the Bluetooth device is connected.
Not connected.
Not connected. Yep, Josh and his Chinese Bluetooth lady. You know, they're dating now. He's dating the Bluetooth lady.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he's built a better AI girlfriend.
You know, an interesting story. The number 2 female downloaded AI app companion is Ice Agent.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's awesome.
So long as it doesn't have an apple.
Yep.
The ladies love the Ice Agents. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I bet they do.
I laughed when I read that because I had posted a meme on Minds of the picture of the one lady getting talked to in the car as a meme for a cover of a romance novel.
Nice.
It's Detained by Desire.
Nice.
Yeah, that's because it's funny because it seems like that's the case. It seems like these women are just out there looking for a thrill.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, you know, celibacy makes you crazy. So, you know, case in point. Cause, you know, yeah.
Many such cases.
Mr. Galt has returned.
Yes, he has.
Back.
The return of Mr.
About
Galt.
5 minutes, I got to stop the call and restart it.
Yep. They'll have to start all over again. Of course, he's not talking now.
Well, he might try to be, but we don't know if his microphone's actually picking him up.
New chat request. What the heck?
I sent you the meme.
Okay.
New chat request?
I was about to say, what EE thought is bothering me while I'm doing this? There we are. All right. Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah, it was floating around. Yeah, it was a good one.
Nice. Yeah, she was very smug.
Very.
And she didn't want him to have a nice day, even though he wanted her to have a nice day. That's just rude.
Well, is that the lady with that was asked to make a peanut butter sandwich after her husband asked him for a divorce in front of the kids?
I don't know about that one, Mark.
Did you hear about that one? Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah,
I did not hear
that's
that
the
one.
big one now. You know, I heard that on Newsmax, so it's got to be huge. You know. Well, Greta, what's her name? I don't even know. I can't even pronounce her last name, I don't think.
You're talking about my sister, Greta Thunberg, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she's my sister. She's the potato.
The potato. You say potatoes, I say potatoes.
I think she's like maybe 1-2 years away from OnlyFans at this point.
Well, I expect any moment now she's going to hold that sword aloft and scream by the power of Grayskull. Because she's got that haircut.
Yeah, she does have that those straight bangs. It's like a sixth grader who just takes the scissors and goes across the front of the bangs. I don't know when that became in style, but it's hilarious. It reminds me of my little nieces and nephews every time I see it.
Yep. All right. So CS went away. CS is back again, but he's muted again.
Mutated.
Mutated. Yes.
Okay.
There he is. All right.
I'm back.
Okay. You
I never
okay
got
now,
the call.
man?
I wasn't sure where to go. I came in here and there was no one here.
What?
So I left.
No,
and
there
I
are people
waited.
here the entire time.
Yeah, we were like.
No, I
you're
came
not
in
talking.
before, like I think you guys were. I sat here for a few minutes and was like, and so I left, and then was like, all right, maybe they'll call me in. So then I waited, and then Doc asked me where to go, and I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Yep.
Well, we can tell this is going to be start to a great show today.
Yeah. You do know the show's named after you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, I try to show up.
Okay.
Okay.
It's only me that can't read what day of the week it is.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that does get rough.
Yep.
It's Sunday, Wednesday. It's sometimes you just get confused. 2 Wednesdays back to back.
I've been so busy, man. Doc, what are the big story we should open up with, man?
Oh man, it's probably the deal with what's his name getting stabbed and beat the crap out of, because pretty sure that's gonna. I think we're going for Insurrection Act in Minneapolis. I don't know if you want to start there or not, but
yeah, no, whether
like
plate armor or whatever. He'd have been definitely stabbed. And
yeah,
then,
what's his name?
Jake Lang.
Former
the two
Jason
ladies
Lang.
that rescued him dropped him off like 2 blocks down the road. They thought that he was being detained by ICE and was trying to get away. And then when they talked to him to find out what side he was on, like I said, they dropped him off at the curb.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
typical.
It was a pretty rough beating. I have my questions about what Jake Lang's motives are, but
they're questionable. But you should not do that to someone.
That's my point. Whether or not I have questions about him personally, that event is like. I mean, if we don't send the Insurrection Act and do it and send people in there to shut this down, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, they're beating up their own people. There's video footage. The guy's on the ground and they're pummeling him, and somebody's like, "Hey, he's on our side." They pick him up.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
So that, or some lunatic is chasing somebody down the street, making him swear he's not part of ICE. And he's like, "I'm not part of ICE." And then so now they're trying to get him to scream "F ICE." The guy's just having a spasm. It's just like, I'm just walking. That, or they're telling people to rent a different type of vehicle because they look like they work for ICE.
Yeah. Oh, and there was the guy who is a paid agitator, goes all over the country chasing this stuff around, who ended up breaking into a church in the middle of service today and screaming at people, telling them, "Yeah, I mean, it's bad. It might be localized, but it's horrible."
Yeah. Apparently, they can prosecute him under the FACE Act, which is the one about not blocking like clinic stuff like that. Apparently disqualifies. So yeah, they might have something special to throw at him.
I hope so.
Yep.
I hope they go after a bunch of these people hard, because if they don't shut it down now, we let it go in California about 6 months ago, and it's bad. If
it just gets worse.
Yeah, this summer is going to be horrible if we let this go.
Yeah. Yep.
Right,
Dude, if you're going into somebody's church in the middle of their worship and you're like screaming about politics and it's, you're deranged, man. That's jail time, big time. That's
okay, guys. I'm gonna bring us right back into this room. I promise.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna hang up.
I can't tell you about the countdowns tonight, though. All right, but I will bring us back in this room. All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll be right back. after I get us reconnected for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. 2 hours of the fastest radio that I have on the air. That's right. Let me get those guys in here. 1, 2, 3. What?
Hey, everybody back.
David Hogg is back. Excellent.
He
You know what that
is.
means?
That means that he'll be logging off in about 2 minutes.
No, it means you signed up for 2 hours, buddy, not minutes, hours.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it does. If you come in this
You have no
session,
power
then
here.
you're here.
You have no power. The power.
You know, I might come back for the
At least
after
let me
show.
introduce you and say hi to everybody, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Then you can take off, and it'll be nice to have you come by and say hi to everybody.
Yep, I'll just drop a big F-bomb and then come back in a couple hours.
What?
Believe it or not, you have a lot of fans out there, you know?
I'm sure I do. Because I'm David Hogg, damn it.
I got
It's true.
I got 2 in my room with me right now. 1 behind me
I
and
know.
1 above me.
Yeah.
Not to mention the AC unit, all right? And there's got to be at least 2 fans with that. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Like,
for you.
well, heck, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking at like at least 5 of them just on your PC.
Yeah. Oh no.
Not to count
yeah,
the CPU
no,
fan.
No, I got. Yeah, there's 5 on the PC. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Let's see if I can do this better tonight than I did on Wednesday. Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're live for the very first time tonight. Right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for January 18th, 2026. Man, we're rolling through the year. We're rolling into it, man. It's full 2026. Tonight, we've got a special guest for a limited time only, David Hogg. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fine. The only reason I'm here is because I got the note about if I wanted to see my puppy again, I needed to show up. So I'm here. Right. You can send me the puppy back anytime.
Speak of the devil, we got Doc here as well. How you doing, Doc?
Doing well. Hope everybody in Radio Land is doing the same.
And how's the puppy?
Pretty good. It'll be on its way soon.
Okay.
Don't feed it too much.
No.
Yeah, otherwise it becomes a poopy puppy.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
It is a long drive.
So, David, how's everything going for you, buddy?
Everything's going okay. It's a new year, as Mark had said. So, we'll just forget everything that happened in 2025. That's all in the past,
Okay. So that bet you lost on you don't want to pay it? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was an adult. I thought I could play with the prediction markets, but little did I know, it just didn't work out. So,
male acquaintance B forgot, never brought to mind.
Exactly. That or declare bankruptcy, either one.
Exactly. So, Doc, we were talking about, was it Jake Lang, the guy, the social media influencer? I guess you'd call him a YouTuber. I don't know him very well at all. I may have seen him like once or twice in the last few months. Is he the guy that was down trying to like fly a pig's head over a mosque or something?
Yeah,
he sounds like something he would do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's that guy.
Him.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First Amendment.
Freedom of speech. But he got attacked the other night in Minneapolis and stabbed in the head. I think it was. Is what I read.
He got hit in the head with a pole and stabbed in his defensive vest. So if he wouldn't have had his plates in his vest, he would have been stabbed multiple times. Fortunately enough, he was just beaten pretty badly and was able to be whisked away. Funny, David told me something I didn't know about that. Why don't you tell the folks, David?
Okay. So I'd love to see the video footage or not. He ends up jumping into somebody's car. Apparently, he didn't know these people, and I guess the story that I'd heard was they thought that he was being attacked by ICE and was trying to get away, which is why they let him in the car. So as they drove off and started talking to him, they kind of wanted to figure out what else going on. And when they figured out, he wasn't on their side, they dropped him off at the curb like 2 blocks down the road.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, this isn't the first city that ICE has gone into, right? By any means. They're sort of categorically going around, focusing on a city, getting the worst of the worst, and then getting out and going to the next one. But now they put Trump in a spot where even if he's like looking at his calendar and he said, hey, man, we're supposed to be out of here by like Wednesday, you almost can't leave now. Because it just makes it look like they won and they'll all be celebrating. We made ICE leave. Guys, just go out in the streets and fight them and they will leave. It's like, no, we're going to leave this week anyways.
Yeah, they backed him into a corner with the visual aspect of it. The way that it looks on camera, they've kind of backed him into a corner where he's going to have to actually go in and quell a riot. In my opinion, I think the only solution left is to do the Insurrection Act. I know it doesn't look great optically, but I think it's the last. I think if he lets it get any worse, we're going to be in trouble in the summer.
Barry asked last Wednesday if he could spend specifically a bit of time talking about the Insurrection Act and why it's not a big deal and why he needs to use it. So it's funny you bring that up like right out of the gate as well.
Well, I think you see what's going on. And you look at what happened. I was old enough in 1992 to watch the riots on live TV. I watched the guy be pulled out of his semi-rig and smashed in the face with a brick. I don't want that happening again in an American city. They need to go in, get control of the situation, get the ICE raids finished, get out, and then use political means to bring Minnesota to heel. Cut off money, cut off funding, federalize the police force. But if he doesn't quash it now, man, it only emboldens the left. As you can see growing in the polls, the disfavor with ICE, they're winning the narrative. Even though people overwhelmingly favor deportations, the image of ICE isn't great right now.
Yeah, it's bad optics. It really is. But it's there is no good optics for that. They are rounding people up. But in this case, these people are criminals that are here illegally. But still, it's really easy to make those Gestapo Nazi Germany comparisons. But the backstories are totally different.
Yeah,
Much
even
different,
that Renee Good story. That lady, was her name Renee Good? Who got shot while trying to drive at I hate having to defend that. Yeah, right. I mean, the guy has internal bleeding. He got hit pretty damn hard by the car. And, to be fair, if she wasn't on ice, she would have hit him 10 times harder,
Right.
And yet I still don't like defending it because, it was a mom who did drop her kid off at school that morning and then went out and did stupid things and got a stupid prize for it.
Yeah.
Right. It's definitely tragic.
It's really easy for CNN to say it's a mother too dropped her kid off and just got randomly shot in the face by ICE.
Right.
And people believe it.
Her last words were, "I'm not mad at you," and his last words were "effing B." Yeah.
Yep. And that's the unfortunate thing about democracy. Is that the body politic is not exactly the most intelligent as far as what's going on politically. They hear narratives and then they choose to believe whichever matches their emotional state. And when you're like, David said, you're seeing people rounded up, it looks scary to people who didn't know this was coming. Anybody who understood mass deportations knew this kind of conflict was going to happen. But the normies, I don't think they had any idea how bad it really was going to get, especially when you didn't have cooperation from the local authorities.
Right. And the media flat out lies. They
that's the
spin
worst part of it.
things.
Yeah.
And the problem is we're dealing with people that aren't very well informed to start with, and they get their news from mainstream media, which happens to be skewed. I mean, ICE was created by the Bush administration, I believe, wasn't it, shortly after 9/11? And I know Obama had them rounding up people and deporting them, but you never heard anything negative come out of the press on that. Matter of fact, CNN rode around with ICE, 1 year.
Yeah.
And bottom line, I mean, if a cop's running at your window telling you to get out of the car, get out right now, and you hit the gas, I mean, like every kid, before you ever even give them a driver's license, you sit them down and say, man, if a cop tells you to get out of the car, if they tell you to do so, you do it.
Yeah,
you don't say screw you. And it's like, God, it's that famous Chris Rock, was it the famous video he did so many years ago about how not to get killed by a cop?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember that one? It's classic, man. If you don't know these things, just go watch it. It's so easy.
Yeah.
These people don't believe that ICE are cops. They are the Gestapo that are kidnapping people.
Yeah.
So when that Gestapo officer told you to stop and get out of your car, you were fighting against Hitler when you decided to step on the gas.
Correct.
And that's the problem.
And they have activists out there lying to people, telling them that ICE are not legally allowed to detain you or arrest you, which is totally false. So they're actually teaching people the wrong stuff intentionally to create this conflict.
Yep. And how bad does her partner feel? Her partner's last words were, drive, baby, drive, drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then shortly thereafter, she said, this is my fault, I came out here. She didn't want to come.
Yep.
Look where it got you.
That's terrible.
Look what it got you.
Yeah.
It's really sad. I mean, it's just a horrible thing. But, I hate to defend it. I do, because the optics of it are so bad, like Doc was saying. And a lot of people out there are just getting snippets of it. And so they see everyone's up in arms and going crazy in the streets. And what do?
Yeah.
You have to send in the National Guard. I mean, that's just going to make it look even worse. CNN's going to have a heyday with that.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
but if they pull out ICE, it just reaffirms they should do this everywhere.
That's exactly the problem. He's in a lose-lose situation optically, which means he has to play it for the future optics, which is he's got to go in there, crack down, and then arrest the people funding the agitators. If he does that, then the turn may come back to his side, because then you can do optics where you go with, maybe send a video camera with the ICE down in Texas who's just going into the prisons, grabbing the illegals who have been arrested and detaining them and deporting them. That's what's going on in the red states where people are cooperating. They're going to the prisons, picking them up, and then deporting them. The reason that they have to do this is because all the blue states are just letting these criminals out onto the streets, so ICE has to chase them down.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
and the good news is Trump doesn't have to be reelected. He's on his last term.
Correct.
So optics be damned. Let's just fix the country.
Yeah. Well, he'd like to win, more seats in the midterms. So you can't go too ballistic before November.
Well, it's the risk he takes. I mean, we are in a, like I said, I think we're in a lose-lose optical situation for this immediate moment. I don't think he can win optically tomorrow, but he can stop the riots tomorrow.
He called up 1,000 National Guard, and they're sitting in the wings, and I guess some judge ruled that they can't do anything in Minneapolis, and whatever. So it's like, whatever. These activist judges that mean nothing, that just get overturned for any real court hears it. So, but there's still a lot of things going on out there that are additional bad optics for him if he does send in the National Guard. I mean, it's just such a bad optic to begin with.
Yeah.
The city's not on fire yet. It's not, like it was during the I forget his name completely. George Floyd.
George Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and that's
So-
the thing. I think, though, that there's enough people who don't want the George Floyd thing to happen again, that if he can get this calmed down in, say, 2 weeks by sending in the National Guard, I think people have the, capacity of a goldfish to pay attention, and they'll be over it in 2 weeks. So,
And so what, like the National Guard would escort ICE around or something?
essentially, function as a protective guard for where
Right.
they're doing ICE raids. Yeah,
They would do what
Yeah.
the police aren't doing.
correct.
Show up
Okay.
and maintain order. He also has,
Yeah.
was it 1,500 of an Alaskan military force that's on standby. So they're
Okay.
they're trained for cold weather. I don't want to say combat, but cold weather incidents. So they would be perfect from Indianapolis.
Yep, they're prepared.
Yeah,
Well, and the
they're on
thing is,
standby.
and I do understand the not wanting to use the Insurrection Act, and I understand not wanting to send a military in. I actually understand all of the arguments on the other side, the militarization of our police force and all this stuff. But we can't, if we're going to keep funding Minnesota, we can't allow Minnesota to be run this way. So, if it's going to be a part of the Union, if it's not going to be its own country, and then we put a big border wall around it, then we have to quell this. I mean, because they're not going to stop there. Once they take
I'll trade
Minnesota,
it for Alberta. I say we trade it for Alberta, straight up. No questions asked.
I think that's
Yeah,
a fair
that's a
swap.
1-to-1 swapsy.
I'm
I'll
down
go
with
for
that. Yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. No, there's no state change. Then we still have 50 states. Everything.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
roughly the
I
same
think you're
size.
Look at John
Roughly the same
solving world
size. No,
problems.
Alberta's way bigger.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, God, it's
population-wise, though, I mean,
Population-wise,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably not.
Yeah.
But land-wise, it's got so much oil up there, and my lord, the Rocky Mountains
Yep.
run through the edge of it, and the whole 9 yards. It's
but
beautiful.
Minnesota has so many Somalians. I mean, what will Canadians
Hey.
do with the overflow of Somalians?
Well, they
Yeah.
would be diverse. It's just their
That's right.
strength, bro.
And they
It's their
love it.
strength.
Yeah, a matter of fact, more Canadians would be leering things.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, for Canada, Minnesota's like a summer, vacation retreat. They go down there in the
Yeah.
winter and sit out in their t-shirts.
Be the Canadian
All they need is
Riviera.
some Tim Hortons there.
Oh man.
See, I think we have it solved. This would do it. I
Yep.
really, I believe
Well-
this would fix it.
But realistically, we need to cut the head off the snake. We need to go
Yes.
into make examples out of the Ilhan Omar, her whole network, Tim Waltz,
Yep.
Richard Ellison. I mean, he's
Jacob Fry.
Jacob Fry. Yeah, all these guys need to be really just shown that what they're doing is completely legal. They're inciting violence against federal officers. They're no better than the Confederate States. We had a civil war because they wouldn't sit down and work it out. And we're about to have another one because they're just fighting tooth and nail from letting the federal government do its job when they're letting their state be fleeced to the tune of billions and billions of dollars a year in just straight up fraud and corruption. So
Yeah,
that's what needs to happen.
Most
Those
likely
people
they're
need to
getting
go down.
kickbacks.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
I can't prove it, so I got to be careful how I word it.
Yeah,
Well-
doesn't Ilhan Omar have a $30 million net worth last we checked? I mean, probably
Yeah.
double that by now.
And
Yeah.
Somalians donate only to Democratic politicians. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well, that's
one
because
form of
abortion is
kickback
so
right
important
there.
to them. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because they really are. They're pro-abortion. Big
Yes,
time.
they love when the non-Muslims abort all their babies. They absolutely love
Exactly.
Right.
it. But I'm not a huge fan of the military presence, but I just don't want another year and a half of burning every blue city to the ground. I live too close to Portland to deal with that again.
Yeah.
Right.
I just don't want to see any more autonomous zones pop up.
Precisely.
Those last ones are such a disaster. There's constant lawsuits going on now with wrongful death, this and that, and
Right.
emergency medical vehicles couldn't get where they're supposed to be, and you name it. And you sue the city because you said, "Hey, man, that ambulance should have been able to get to my kid.
Right.
It couldn't because you let this happen."
Yep, just like they let the stuff with Jake Lang go down. I mean, they let that happen. They, even though I know Jake is an agitator and some people don't like him and whatever, and I don't necessarily like him either. That's not the point. They didn't protect the man's constitutional right to have free speech in public, and they didn't defend his physical being from rioters. So right there, if that's the way it's going to be, that's the police not doing their job. That is enough evidence to me for the Insurrection Act to be invoked, that the local police aren't protecting citizens' rights.
Yep. And there were a few other incidents like that. There was a guy in a leather jacket with like a faded American flag on it, and he was getting mobbed. They were telling him basically, take it off or you're about to get beat.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
they
threatening violence on him. Yeah. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying he took it off and they stole the jacket from him and ripped it up and set it on fire.
Yeah.
If an American flag is that offensive to them in America and as American citizens, and they're defending people from foreign countries coming here because they want to be American citizens, but yet nobody seems to like America.
Yeah, there's a clip of an ICE officer telling the people, we're going to get this pedophile. And they still scream and holler, you know?
Yep. And it's a common thing. There's a lot of them out there. A lot of pedophiles out there, sadly.
Well,
yeah, they're picking up some really nasty people.
That's the thing. That it's 70% of the people that they've arrested and deported through ICE so far have been violent criminals, either murder, assault, or rape is at least one of their charges. I looked at the numbers, and the 30% that they've deported that didn't have violent crimes are all people who violated their visas and overstayed certain things or didn't follow the rules. And so I like, that was what was promised. That's what everybody voted for, who voted for Trump. I don't understand why Trump isn't willing to put all of the chips behind that, because that would actually make people happier.
To look at New York City, there were two women who pleaded guilty today to $60+ million in fraud.
Yeah,
having to do with adult daycare facilities, and these are just two women. Think about the number of people in New York City, how big it is compared to Minneapolis. I mean, Minneapolis is like 2 square blocks of Manhattan.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine the fraud in California.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
California. Now, the Democratic Socialists of America, the New York chapter in New York City, has put together what they claim to be a group of about 4,000 people that will pop up on demand if needed. So Democratic Socialists sounds all pretty, doesn't it? No. This is you're going full on socialism here, folks. There is no Democrat in socialism. They're oxymorons.
They're communist tankies. They're communist tankies. They're the brown shirts of the communists. That's what they are.
And they're standing ready to go out into the streets of New York City and fight ICE, fight the National Guard, fight whatever it takes to bring socialism to America, to overturn the Constitution of the America and instill a communist country in its place. It's frightening. It's frightening that people think that way. And, you know, if you go to NYU, some of the best universities in the world, this is common thinking.
Yeah.
It's not even radical.
Has been for quite some time.
Idiots.
Too. Lots of them. Lots of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so how do you root all that out of our system? How do we make people love America again? I mean, it's the 250th anniversary of our country this year.
Well, you stop putting fluoride in the water, for one thing.
That is a good start. It's a good start. And stop over-vaccinating the babies, which we're working on. That's a good one.
Yep.
You know?
Maybe stop spraying aluminum in the air. I don't know. There are all these different things to just dumb people down.
Glyphosate on the crops, you know.
Exactly. Another season of Stranger Things. Come on, man.
And it's amazing because everybody's walking around with a phone that has the ability to look up any fact you want on the planet right at your fingertips.
Right, but instead they type, "Grok, is this true?"
I mean, people should be geniuses today.
They should.
The average kid should be able to do mathematical, things that we could only dream of as kids, because they've got power, the computing power in their hand at all times, 24/7.
Yep.
They should be
never
taught how
have
to
to know
harness
what
that.
the Dewey Decimal System is. You know?
Well, all the homeschool kids are geniuses. It's the kids that are left to their own devices in public school that are falling ever farther behind.
The indoctrinated ones.
Yep, exactly. Because that's what public school is for. Public school isn't to teach your kids how to learn or be smart or be thinkers. It's to indoctrinate them with whatever propaganda is coming from on high.
Unfortunately. That's why we have leering centers.
Yeah. And the parents put up with it because it's daycare that they pay for in their property taxes, right? So they have, they pay for it anyway. Might as well send the kid to daycare. They get to hang out with their friends all day. Yeah. And at the end of the day, man, homeschool kids probably spend 2-3 hours a day at most studying, and they're miles ahead of public schools.
Yeah, and they have real world skills a lot of times. By the time they reach into their teen years, they have actual skills, know things that they want to try to do as adults, have plans for their life. I mean, they are more complete individuals, and that's really the most American thing that every person that has kids could do, because it's not as hard to homeschool as people think it is. There are lots of people that have built really good curriculums that any parent can follow.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of courses, schools and whatnot you can sign up for online where they just provide you all the itinerary, everything, and just walk you through it. They've got tutors, the whole 9 yards, and it's a fraction of what you pay. What, 20,000 a student, 30,000 a student in public schools? Ridiculous money. Well, that should be given to the parents.
Well, and that's one thing, really interesting kind of sidebar. New Hampshire is working on a state law where the public money, since they can't really, they're very libertarian up there, they can't get rid of the funding for public schools, but what they want to do is attach the funding to the students, so the students can take the funding with them wherever they go, including homeschool. Exactly.
That's the best way you could possibly do it. We only have about 15 seconds yet. That's why I'm trying to slow you down.
No, it's okay.
But that is exactly the way it should be done, because, hey, man, if I've got 3 kids and the school sucks, that's $90,000 a year or $75,000 a year that I could spend to teach my kids. I can get a lot of tutors. I can get a lot of stuff done for that kind of money. Folks, we got to go to break. This is Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be back after this.
All right, we're on radio break, folks.
Sweet. David Hogg, you made it a half hour. Yeah. That's so good of you.
Dave,
nailed it.
You are a true.
You were great too, man.
Yeah, I only interrupted like 7 or 8 times. I did really good.
No, it's great to have you back too. You fill in a really good part of the show. It's good to have you.
Well, of course, I'm David Hogg, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I mention how humble I am?
Yeah. Very.
But you know what? You'll never be Hansel.
Yeah, you'll never be Hansel living on the worm farm. Yep.
It won't be long.
Frolicking in the dirt. Oh man. But yeah, the homeschooling thing is it's where it's at. I think we need to get back to that, and I think private universities that are super tiny and hyper focused. I think that's the key. Like 1,000 students only for engineering, 1,000 students only for being doctors, 1,000 students only for this thing. Because I think the general university is it's not good. It's been infiltrated, and indoctrination is the game.
When I was in Chicago, I lived across the street for a little while from the Dr. Scholl's School of Podiatry. It was this university that it was really tiny. You never really saw anyone go in or out of it, but it was like a half a square block on a city. It was pretty bright for being.
I went to the Dr. Scholl's University. I majored in bunions.
Exactly.
I got a minor in calluses.
When you guys
I'm telling you, I bet you're the best podiatrist in the business.
When you guys were talking about
yeah, you laugh at that
Canada,
guy, Dave, but he's probably making like $400,000 a year.
Yeah. Veterans Radio was like, no, we don't want them. We want to keep Alberta. We don't want those other people. That was Veterans Radio. He's out of Canada.
Yeah. Too late, you got him.
Why not? I mean,
We've already signed the deal.
Trade's already done.
Yeah, I wonder
Yep.
how
Yeah.
Rizzo would think and feel about that. So long as we could get him, I'm sure we'd be good.
Rizzo would love to be an American.
yeah.
Albertans are basically Americans from Minnesota anyway. I mean, like the original, like Minnesotans.
Yeah.
I'd trade Ontario for Maine.
Well, what I want to know is how many paid protesters are in Greenland right now.
Not enough. They're going to have to import, I bet you.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. or they'll use Dominion voting.
That's another one that, like, I think it's hilarious that Denmark thinks they can stop the U.S. from taking Greenland. Like, what are you guys going to do, really? Like,
Yeah,
if we
exactly.
if we sent 1,000 troops and 2 submarines there, what would you do? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, look what we did to Maduro, okay?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They could
yeah.
cut off their sale of wooden shoes to us.
Yeah, that could happen.
Look,
Or bad
Clog-
fish.
And stop importing windmills.
My clog team would be very upset, but I think we would get over it. I'm just saying.
Oh, Veterans Radio says he heard France is already submitted.
So did Germany, I think. Yeah.
Yep. France got there early and's already surrendered. They're just waiting for the Americans to show up.
Yep. They already have their white flags on the
Yep.
instead of the French flag, it's a white flag on the pole.
A nice cheese plate waiting for us.
Yes, yes, a wine.
Sacre
Welcome,
bleu.
America.
Yeah, keep the cheese. I'll take the wine. So long as it came from the Rhine, I'll take the wine.
The French do make good wine. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
That's about all they get from me, though.
Well, you got about 30
Listen.
seconds or less.
All right, guys. I'll try to show up at the after show.
Have a good one, sir.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
So,
we've
so,
heard
so
that
don't
one
wear yourselves
before.
out.
We've heard that.
Yeah, well,
line
you know.
before. Get out of here. Anyways, here's your
Sometimes the
countdown.
fentanyl
3,
kicks in.
2, 1, and you're
Thanks,
live
David.
and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition. Doc, how you doing out there tonight, man? You ready to get into this news?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, I could change subjects, but, we were talking about Jake Lang and everything going on in Minnesota, New York, L.A., California in general, all these scams, all these people ripping off the government. Anything else you want to talk about before we move on from that?
No, I think we covered the ICE stuff. I really think that it's one of those things we got to get nipped in the bud now before it gets worse, because there's a lot more work to do before the midterms get here.
Yeah, there is. And it's amazing, man. We've got a very complicated planet right now. If I were to move on from Minnesota, I'd probably want to talk next about what's happening in Iran. Because, last week you and I spoke about this, and, I think Donald Trump at that point even put down his sort of famous red line, don't mess with these people.
Yeah.
And since then, they proceeded to use chemical gases on them, according to a report from the UK. A lot of people are dying a day or two after being exposed to this stuff, like morgues being piled up. Death tolls that I heard a few days ago were 12,000 people slaughtered. And with this use of this gas that kills you 2 days later, that number obviously could be considerably higher at this point in time. Internet shut off. Their currency is absolutely collapsed. I'm sure their ports are closed. It's a nasty, nasty situation for the people of Iran. And I don't know, man. There's going to be a lot dead before this is over. Way, way more in a couple weeks than we saw in Gaza over the last few years. I hate to say it, but it's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah, I don't believe that story particularly, the Gaza attack story. I've heard that story a dozen times at least in the last 30 years. We'll see what happens in the long term with the evidence that comes out. As far as what reports that are confirmed by multiple sources, the dead that are really dealing with are mostly from the Revolutionary, or not the Revolutionary Guard, that was Iraq. The Ayatollah's private security, a bunch of them were set on fire and killed. I don't know what's going on the ground. Like I said, I don't believe the gas attack story. It just makes no sense to me personally. But it's still not our problem. Like it's still not America's problem. We
need to help them though, man. We need to help them in any way we can. I don't want boots on the ground, but that's got to help them out.
There's nothing else you can do. I mean, what would you do? Send some weapons? Sure, we'll sell them weapons. Fine. I mean,
do to Khomeini what we did to Maduro, maybe. Just
Iran is not Venezuela. Iran is a completely different ballgame. The reason we didn't go in last time is because they couldn't guarantee that we would get the air defenses turned down to do anything. That's why they didn't go in. So, I mean, I'm just this is way too far away for me to even be comfortable for our military to be involved with. We have crashed that economy with sanctions, and it's not necessary for us to defeat them to win this fight against whatever they're doing. We don't have to actually destroy that country with bombs to defeat them. It's not necessary.
Yeah. Well, I commend them for standing up, but they've been crushed back down so hard now. I don't know if they can get up again. Let's see if they do. If the Iranian people do stand up again and fight another round, or if they
have protests all the time. I mean, the economic conditions there are terrible, and they're always fighting over the economic conditions constantly. So, I mean, there's no doubt that there is a deep-seated distrust of the government there by the people, but there's also a deep-seated distrust of foreign intervention. And I don't want right now is focused on hatred against the leadership of Iran to be refocused to hatred of America when we drop a bomb and they're like, hey, wait a minute. Hey, we got this. We don't need you. Because that's the people that are telling us to go in there aren't in Iran. The people that are telling us they want us to overthrow the government in Iran are Iranians in foreign countries. And it reminds me so much of so many mistakes that we've made over there. It reminds me of Afghanistan. It reminds me of Iraq. It reminds me of Yemen, Syria, Libya. It's just they told us all these stories, the dead babies in incubators for the Iraq invasion. They've told us all these stories before. Let's see what happens. If the Ayatollah flees to Russia, then absolutely get people in there to help do maybe a coalition of people to help things move into elections and they make it better. But if the Ayatollah doesn't leave or they don't force the Ayatollah out on their own, I don't think we can really commit to going in there. But that's how I feel about it. I think it's just too bad of optics for the Trump, especially now right before midterms.
Yeah, you don't want to be starting a major war with Iran. Never anyone. The people there, I agree. On Saudi Arabia, what are you doing? There's a lot of other countries over there that have the ability to at least step in more so than we should. We're not in that neighborhood. It should be kind of controlled by the locals, so to speak. But at the same time, where's the rest of Europe? Where's the outrage? This is coming from Just the News. British Labour Party foreign policy spokesperson Bill Esterson said the information stems from a credible internal document pointing to the use of a toxic agent against crowds in one of Iran's major cities. Testimonies highlighted in the report indicate that the exposure to the substance did not always lead to immediate effects. Instead, some victims suffered delayed health reactions, with fatalities occurring days after contact. Number of people affected is believed to be significant, though precise figures are unclear. It's kind of tough to watch this stuff go down, but I kind of predict what's going to happen here. These reports are going to be, taken seriously in certain circles and preached as a reason for something to happen. and we're probably going to see something happen, with U.S. involvement. I hate to say
unfortunately. I think you're right. I think people are going to believe these reports, or at least pass them off as believable, and they're going to. I mean, look, we know Lindsey Graham is all for it. We know the neocons are 100% behind this. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, there without a doubt. There's a lot of neocons out there that want every single war they can possibly, get their hands on, and that's the sad part. Is you can't really. Like you said, there's nothing we can do. We tried this. We tried it in Afghanistan. We tried it in Iraq. We tried it all over the place. We've tried it everywhere. It doesn't work.
No, I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, and it costs us trillions of dollars. When you look at our national debt at $30 trillion, it's, there you go. How much of it was wasted on that kind of stuff?
Well, and I think where we have the best chance to actually create prosperity and create a safer world is actually in South America, because those countries down there, at least 2/3 of them, all have had capitalist countries before, all have had democracies before, and we see the success in El Salvador with a good leader there. We see a good leader in Argentina. If Venezuela can get a good leader elected in, say, maybe 2 or 3 years, that would be great for South America. That's a place where we can have influence without military action very easily through trade deals and money. And we don't need to use military to do that. And I think everything we need is in South America that we want out of the Middle East. Oil, minerals, water, all of that's right there, right to our south.
Yeah, we can offer, global defense as well, because, we are on the same continent, so it's much easier for us to defend them than it is, say, Vietnam, right?
Exactly. Or our bases in Afghanistan or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, shared cultures, shared, histories, and you're right. It's attractive to go down there, but then you look at a place like Brazil where Bolsonaro, the judge down there, the Supreme Court guy, just immediately put Bolsonaro right back in jail. He comes out of surgery and boom, right back in prison.
Yeah.
For what? For questioning things about the election, which Donald Trump did. I mean, that's the same thing, right? They're going after Bolsonaro for the same kind of stuff they went after Trump for, and yet that guy doesn't have the power down there to avoid the repercussions of it, where Trump somehow did.
Yeah. And with the size of Brazil and their economic power, they make a huge partner, a great cornerstone of the BRICS. If we can get them isolated in South America from the other South American nations, that actually would probably push them to be more active in being on our team, I think. I mean, again, Brazil has their own plans and their own desires, but if we can get the other nations, Argentina, El Salvador, Venezuela, maybe Colombia and Peru, to come on board with being a little more American focused and staying away from BRICS, that diminishes Brazil's power. And that's a big key component to a lot of this people don't really understand, is the BRICS nations as a unit, as an economic unit, are a threat to American empire power, the dollar, those kind of things.
And when you look at the BRICS, right, you got Brazil, Russia, India, China. Okay, Russia, India, China at least share a continent. But Brazil is way the heck over here. I mean, what are they going to go all the way around the southern tip of Africa to even start getting anywhere near India, let alone Russia?
Right. It just
China,
makes more sense. Yeah, it makes more sense, I think, to focus on our home and our hemisphere than it does to focus on Iran. Yeah, I feel bad for the Iranian people. I have Persian friends that very much want to be able to return to their country without fear of being tormented by the Islamicists. But at the same time, as long as our countries are not at war, they still can go home and come back freely. They don't, their home is not what it was when they left, but at least when we're not at war, there is a home to go back to. If we go at war with Iran, it's going to be completely destroyed. Like you said, it's going to end up like Gaza.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Trump's in a tough spot on a number of different fronts, and he needs to pick his fights. Like you were saying, maybe pick your fight down in South America, and that's really where we should be focused on, just like trying to make our continent and our backyard a little better. Because we've made some big strides, like you were talking about, El Salvador, Honduras, a number, even Panama has come quite 180 on a lot of their China dealings,
Yeah, they've done quite a bit to come more towards being less friendly with China. They still have quite a bit of China influence, but it's a massive difference from where it was. I mean, China was running the Panama Canal at the beginning of the year,
Yeah. And Trump put a quick end to that. It didn't take them long to say, yeah, okay, we get it. Right? We're the bad guys here. We'll step it back. So anyway, in geopolitical stuff, Trump should pick his own fights and try to avoid the ones he's being thrust into. And he thrust himself into Iran, quite frankly. All he really had to do was just say they have his support, unconditional support, and then back it up with money or whatever else to help them out. But he kind of put down the gauntlet, which is sort of making him look like he has to go do something now that they've gassed their own people, allegedly. Right?
Yeah, and that does look, that's the fear I have. And that's the fear with making a statement like that.
Yeah. He knows where the guy lives, though. I don't know. If they can take him out, I don't think anyone would shed a tear if Khomeini didn't wake up tomorrow. But I'll leave it at that.
That's true. That's true. I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah. So let's dive into, here's an interesting one from Twitchy. Pro-illegal groups advise against blowing whistles so as not to trigger trauma responses in people of color. Have you heard this one?
No, this is an interesting one. How does this go?
In Maryland, this is from Andy No. Maryland and D.C. area illegal migrant activist groups are advising their comrades and allies against using whistles because they may contribute to racist noise pollution and trigger trauma response in people of color. They also say the whistles center white people and make them feel like heroes. They say the whistle should be banned from ICE Watch rapid response networks.
The left can't help but eat itself, can it?
Yeah, now this is from Andy No, so I believe it's kind of real, but it also would be a heck of a good troll. You know what I mean?
True.
Just a troll.
That would be. The people are so ridiculous. How do you know what's real and not in this kind of situation? They're so silly at times, and that's so dangerous at other times. It's very discombobulating for the normal folks, I would imagine.
Oh, man, did you happen to catch that video clip that came out a few years ago from the Democratic Socialists of America, like one of their conventions? They couldn't get anything done. They couldn't go anywhere. Somebody clapped, or, somebody says something and everyone they start clapping. They're like, all right, let's put an end to that right now. Clapping can traumatize people, so just do like the spirit fingers up in the air if you like something, right? Yep. And it's like, guys, and somebody, I object. You just said guys. What's that about? Can we be a little more gender, neutral? Okay, sorry about that, sir. Sir?
Yeah, that's very much the left, yes.
It was a 20-car pileup. They couldn't get anything done because no one, they all object about everything. And then the people that brought up their points were just ridiculous ideas. How are you going to get stuff done when these are the points you're bringing up? It's so, folks, go look at that. DSA, National Convention, Democrat Socialists of America. It's about a 3 or 4 year old clip. Look it up. You will laugh for hours. They're just so ridiculous.
Well, that's why they need their agitators on the ground and their buzz phrases and narratives to get these people all riled up and focused. Because if you leave them to their own devices, they're completely insane. But you get them all riled up and focused on one topic, like Trump, for example, they lose their minds and turn into a hive that just moves like a big wave of zombies. That's the real danger of the leftist mindset. It's not so much like if they're left to their own devices, they basically beat each other up. They fight each other to the death. But if you if you give them a focal point, they turn into this hive and they just attack. And it's like they did with Jake Lang. It's terrifying.
Oh yeah. And we're not talking about, all leftists or all Democrats. We're talking about the far left wing of it. The people that really run the show nowadays, the squad, AOC, Ilhan Omar, they're types of mentalities where it's just always a war. It's never enough. And it's never enough. We said this in the 90s. Okay, gay marriage, fine. But it won't be enough. They're going to keep pushing. And look what they do. Now it's they want to transition your kid in school without telling the parents.
Yep.
And if the parents object, they take away the kid. That's where it gets to. And where does it go next? Where does it even go after this?
Mass murder. I mean, that's usually where the leftism ends, right? That's communism to a T. You murder all the people who aren't down with the revolution, and then you start the revolution over again. Identify all the heretics and start the process over. Because the point is the revolution with these people. They don't really have anything else but tearing down. They don't know how to build. They don't know how to create. All they do is destroy.
It's kind of the way it works. It is. Cloward and Piven, the key strategy of what they're doing right now, to tear down the economy, tear down the country, and build a new country in its place by overloading the systems, by taking every system out there where somebody's eligible for food stamps, and just overloading it all. Create these, free lunches for kids and overload the system. During COVID in Minnesota, they overloaded the system with fraud, and nobody cared because it's Cloward and Piven. The whole design of it all is to take down the federal government. The more you spend without any checks or balances, the faster the thing goes down. $1 trillion every 100 days in debt we're adding.
Yep.
$1 trillion every 100 days.
Wasn't it Yuri Bezmenov who announced that years ago in the late 70s, early 80s, he's the one who said, this is how we're going to destroy America. And it was by importing a bunch of third worlders, putting them on social welfare, getting them to vote for us over and over again, and keep doing it on repeat until the whole system collapses in on itself.
Yeah, Milton Friedman famously said you can have open borders, but you can't have a welfare state with open borders. You can have one or the other. We are having both. We're having open borders with a wide open welfare state with no checks or balances. And it's just a recipe for self-destruction. It's coming. It's sad, but it kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
Mr. Optimist, right?
Well, I mean, I think that's why we need to have people actually do American things, like raise their own children, educate their own children, have their children learn crafts and build businesses and do the cultural things that are truly American. Because if you do those things, you are resistant to this leftist indoctrination, and they need the indoctrination. Without the indoctrination, they don't have children. They need yours. So if we do the American thing and take responsibility for ourselves, I would imagine 2 or 3 years we can, or 2 or 3 generations, we can root all of this out pretty firmly.
Yeah, it's just a fight that seems to never end. You know what I mean? If you look back through history, there's always been the commies, the this and that, infiltration, Hollywood. It's a story that goes back to the 40s and 30s and 20s,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it goes all the way back to the French Revolution.
Sure. And probably, Rome before that, and Greece before that, and Egypt before that,
I'm certain. Because you can never get rid of envy. Envy is a human trait. And so weaponized envy is what leftism is.
Yeah. It really is. And what's shocking to me is this cult of personality that the left has been able to build through the years. It doesn't matter who it is. John McCain, they called him a Nazi. John McCain.
Yeah.
They called him Hitler, worse than Hitler. I mean, he was a warmonger. He probably had more war ambitions than Hitler did if he really was allowed to just have free reign with the whole thing. But Mitt Romney from Massachusetts was a Nazi, according to the left.
I remember when they attacked him for trying to hire women, and he had this binder of women. I remember that. It was so funny because it was so silly, but it worked. The leftists
It was
immediately,
so silly.
They turned him into like the most woman-hating man on the face of the planet, even though he's like a docile rhino. I mean, he's barely a Republican. He's basically a Massachusetts Democrat, basically.
Oh, today especially. I mean, back then he at least pretended to be somewhat, a Republican, but his true colors show over time, and he's hardly anything but a Democrat. But yet they've pulled the fleece over their eye. Everybody is worse than Hitler. It doesn't matter who it is. I just saw, was it Wolf Blitz or somebody on one of the mainstream lies channels talking about how J.D. Vance literally is much, much worse than Donald Trump. He's just setting the groundwork for it. A couple of years early. He's way worse, folks. You have no idea how bad this monster is. Yep. How do you take it seriously? It's like the sky is falling. The global warming people are the sky is falling people.
No. Oh, they'll find something to grasp onto, because that is how they work. They don't actually have original thoughts. They wait for their programming update. At least the ones that are doing the rioting and the fighting against the system and trying to burn things down. They'll figure something out that'll stick in their little narrative brains, and they'll go with it because that's what they do.
It is what they do. And, they just seem to be picking it up more and more and more. I thought the USAID money running out was going to be a big, stickler for them. But they found other funding sources. It seems like the CCP is the biggest one. You've seen those reports of that, venture capitalist who's funneling apparently money in through China into a lot of these 403Cs or whatever they are. To fund this stuff, to fund the writers, to pay them. They're agitators. They're paid agitators, folks. They admit it.
Yep. I'm proud of it many cases.
Yeah, what is it? Nick Friedman. He just follows the money. He's done a number of videos. He's on YouTube, Nick Friedman. And he goes out and points them out. This is their Facebook page. This is, them admitting, yeah, I'm getting paid here. What are you doing here? They do. They get paid. They all have the same signs. They all get bussed in. It's plain as you can see. It's not organic.
They get a bunch of little useless idiots on their team, and they go out there and cause havoc. That's what they're paid to do.
And on that note, folks, we're going to take a break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition. And you know what that means. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
Excellent. Are we switching rooms yet, or do we still have about 15 more minutes in this one?
No, we got about 3 more minutes.
I'm going to let this one run out, and then I'll go right over to the next one, which will be Sunday 2.
All right, and this is
if you
our
come in
break.
after the top of the hour, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got about
I think I am too.
minutes. You got to pee?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Might as well do it in the break.
Well, I'm glad you didn't do that while David Hogg was around. He already was starting up, and I'm like, hey, look, it's a brand new year. Don't even start up. Find something new. All right? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I can't be flat anymore. I said, you can use oblong, round, square, or, polygonal for the rock.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Whatever. You're not funny at all.
Well.
Nobody finds it funny. But we got Willie coming in here soon. He's funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Iranian regime crackdown on massacre. Yeah, we don't need that article. We already talked about the Iranian regime crackdown and massacre.
Did you say?
Holy crap.
Are you going to bring up anything about Verizon being out this week?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. It affected. It was a nationwide thing that affected service. It even affected my service for like 2 days.
Oh wow.
Yep. I thought you knew about that one. Yeah.
No, I'm T-Mobile. I didn't see anything about that.
And well, they're offering they're offering, what is it, $20 for reimbursement or something like that. You got to go back. You got to go in and sign in for that. I need to do that probably tomorrow. Yep. I don't know if Doc. You there, Doc, or no? He's gone.
Felt like he was doing dishes at one point tonight.
All right. Well, I'm going to hang up here. All right. And I'll see you on the next one.
All right.
All right. All right, folks. Hold on. I'm going to get hour 2 set up here in just a second, or 2 or 3, something like that. But we'll get it going. Doc. Willie, wherever Willie's at. Hello, hello, hello.
All right. We're tuned in, ready to go.
Getting there. There we go.
There's Doc.
Still
All right,
trying to
I'm going
call
to be
Willie.
right back.
Huh?
All right.
Doc, were you affected by the Verizon thing this week?
No.
I was.
Yeah, it was. Heard it was pretty bad though.
Yeah, it affected me for like a little over 2 days.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What? Did they ever say what happened?
No, but I find it, kind of fishy. That all happened right around the time they were getting ready to subpoena, or the Clintons, and I think Verizon has some stuff over in, where is it? I'm not sure if they have stuff in Iran or whatever, but anyways,
That's interesting. It was the timing of it did seem very, and the fact that it was mostly located on the East Coast made me wonder if it wasn't some sort of cyber
I'm
attack from like
Midwest.
Russia.
Well, I'm Central Texas, so I don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it was like a band of it from basically Texas up the East Coast. Like the whole East Coast was having a problem, and I wondered if it wasn't something like a cyber attack from like Russia or Iran or something like that, because we were planning on attacking.
That was another thing too, all the Russian stuff not Russian, but Iran stuff going on and all that. So.
Hey, where the hell is Willie, man? I'm sick of him being late for this shit. There's no excuse. Do you know where the hell he is?
No.
No idea.
Well, get him on the damn phone, Mark. Oh, here he is. Good. God. Where the hell have you been, Willie?
Yeah, he's tired of me cracking, trying to make jokes and that.
He got jokes. Hi, funny.
Do that.
Hi, man. Hey, you can take that show on the road. You be the next, what's that, Chappelle fella, man? You make $50 million a show. Come on.
Go on over to the Netflix. Get
Yeah,
yourself paid.
man. I see that Doc 69 in the house. Hello, Mark Wojciechowicz.
Hey, how's it going, Willie?
Hey, y'all
you
ain't got
wouldn't-
no hot sauce in here?
You wouldn't last a day in Poland.
Huh?
You wouldn't last a day trying to read anything in Poland.
No.
Man, they love me in Poland.
I think they already do. I think you have a pretty big Polish fan base.
Hey, man, they love me in Denmark too, man.
I can't see the Polish people eating worm-filled kielbasa. All right, I just can't.
Hey, you don't know until you try. They're delicious. I'm telling you, folks.
No, they're supposed to have beef, pork, and chicken in it, buddy.
Yeah, no, hey, man, we got new goings on, man. We got botfly larvae going on. Botfly larvae Rice Krispies.
That is so gross.
Greta Thunberg approved.
Got her face stamped right on the side, looking like He-Man.
Yeah, man. She does look like He-Man, don't she?
Oh, hey, Willie. David said he might come in for the after show. He sounded like he would come in for the after show. So, do you want to join us?
Yeah, man.
All right, cool. I'll stick around too then. Same for you, Doc.
I will not be able to stick around, but I appreciate the offer.
All right, well,
Yeah,
if Doc ain't sticking around, I ain't sticking around.
Well, it's okay, Willie. He's not that funny. He's not. It's going to be David Hogg and you and me. It's going to be funny. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm not really that funny.
He just won't be able to get any money out of him. That's the thing.
He's going to pull out a chart for Bitcoin for the last 3 months and show it against a 3-week and a 3-day and be like, well, that's why I'm going to buy tomorrow.
Hey, listen, you're not supposed to look at that camera feed. All right, you're not supposed to be checking that camera feed. You were supposed to turn that password over.
I got drones hanging around Doc 69's house, man. They peeping in his window. I got all his.
Did you see my cute little dance this morning, Willie?
Yeah, man. Look at him. He pranced around in your tidy whities. They got tidy whities.
Dear Lord.
That is not a sight anyone wants to see, I can assure you.
Yeah.
A boom chaka-laka, laka, boom chaka-laka.
30 seconds till we are back.
Oh, God. All right, Willie. I expect at least 12 good jokes for you tonight. And I need you to open up on Flat Earth because you damn well always close with it.
Yeah. And here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Get you your
1.
$2.55
live on the
tomorrow.
radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition. Doc, man, guess who we got checking in with us tonight?
Would it be Willie?
We got Willie in the house. Willie, how you been, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, look at here. Hey, we still working on a radio deal up in North Carolina, man. Hey, as long as I don't mention Saul Good, hey, we might just get it. I'm telling you, man. Hey, they all kind of other stuff going on, too. Hey, for all y'all out there in Radio Land don't know, hey, my name is Willie Lee. I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina. Hey, man, I sell worm hot dogs in pea jugs, too. That's right, bona fide pea jugs, man. Hey, I'm telling you, how y'all are tonight? Come on.
Well, you sell cricket flour, too, man. You never really mentioned cricket flour.
Yeah, we got all kinds of endeavors and goings on, man. Hey, like I said, man, the latest thing we got going on is we are in testing phase of botfly larvae, Rice Krispies, man. Hey, they crunchy botfly larvae. Hey, and all y'all out there, radio, y'all. Yeah, hey, y'all think all this stuff is gross, man, but it's the wave of the future. You'd be surprised how much proteins insects has got in them, man. I'm telling you.
Do you work for Klaus? Are you working for a guy named Klaus? Schwab,
yeah, man. Hey, me and him is tight, man. Tight, I'm telling you. I believe it. Y'all laughing, man, but I got free tickets to the Bohemian Grove, and I got free tickets to Davos over there in Switzerland, man. Hey, I am what they call a consultant. Yeah.
Wait, you're going to be in Davos next week when that goes down?
Yeah, man. Hey, Davos. Hey, it ain't just a one-time thing. Davos is 24/7. They act like they got a meeting.
Well, the city is.
Yeah. Hey, but they act like they got a meeting like once a year or once every so often, man. It is every day. Hey, this here's a secret, man. All y'all out in radio land, hey, don't tell everybody, man, because this is a secret. They got big old companies, man, like BlackRock. Hey, BlackRock has got the GDP and the money of a lot of different countries, man. Hey, you know they're talking about buying the Panama Canal, man. Trump was talking about taking over
I
the
thought they
Panama
did buy
Canal.
that.
Yep.
Didn't they buy that already? Didn't they go
Yeah.
through and buy that already? I thought they did.
BlackRock?
Yeah.
I
They
don't know,
manage.
man.
They manage 30 trillion in assets, or 25 trillion last I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a staggeringly huge company
Yeah.
that could
That's a lot
buy
of cricket
the
flour.
Panama Canal tomorrow if they wanted to, right?
Yeah. I think it's like $21 billion. I don't know if they bought it yet or not, man. And that's what they doing over there in Israel land too, man. They're building them a canal called the Ben Gurion Canal. They gonna do away with the Suez Canal. Hey, you got to keep up on this news, man. All kind of stuff going on in the news. Hey, they got this. Hey, they got these people. They gonna get up in a rocket ship and they're gonna circle the moon and come back down to Earth, man. Hey, I can't understand. It's gonna take 4 of them. It take 4 of them to fly around the moon and come back, man. And they tell me they're gonna do some kind of experiments or something or another. Man, I'm telling you, if they ain't mining space rock, there's something going on. And hey, that's what's going on over there in Greenland land, man. Hey, Donald Trump, he wants to take over Greenland land. He wants all them minerals, man. They got all kind of minerals and stuff in Greenland land. He wants.
Willie, it's Greenland. There's only one land. It's Greenland, not Greenland.
Well, it's not very
land.
green. It's not very green. It's very icy.
Well, and you know, Iceland is really green.
This is true.
Ironically,
This is true.
yeah, it's Iceland and Greenland. They named them wrong.
Or was they hiding them from people? They were hiding them from people. That's what they were doing.
Yeah.
What it is, though, man, is Donald Trump. He wants him another golf course. Hey, do y'all realize how many golf courses Donald Trump's got, man, across the world? No, hey, seriously, Donald Trump owns like 15 to 17 to 20 different golf courses, man. He got one in Vietnam. He got one in Qatar. He got one in the U.S. He got one in Saudi Arabia, and he got a bunch of them across the United States. Hey, they got what they call a bunch of fjords, man, up there in Greenland land. Hey, big old holes in the ground. He figures he takes one swipe, he can't miss that big old hole, man. He get a hole in the he get a hole in the one every time, man.
I will say Trump is a really good golfer.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
for anyone who says different, he's really good at it, man.
He
was
yeah.
Well, he was on that show with Brian DeChambro, I think it is, where they try to break 50, and Trump got an eagle on his own on one hole. Like, Brian didn't even touch the ball. Trump got the eagle.
Yeah, no, hey, I seen him do that in baseball, man. The guy, he threw the ball and he got him a pigeon. Donald Trump, he did, man. A feather's going everywhere.
Well, an eagle, for those of you who don't know, Willie, in golf, that's when you score 2 below par.
Yeah. No, man, eagle is the national bird of the United States of America. Man, don't play.
About to be the national bird of Greenland soon.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
What an eagle is.
I wonder,
Donald Trump,
I wonder if they even have any eagles up there, or if they have tons of them. I could see it go either way. Or they're just everywhere, or they have none.
Yeah, well, hey,
do they have trees? I don't even know that they have trees in Greenland. Willie, do they have trees in Greenland?
They have trees, but not many. I mean, like I know there's one spot on the southern tip of Greenland that's actually got a forest in it, but the average village up the coast, I mean, it depends how far north you get. I imagine they disappear completely after a bit, you know.
Arctic Circle.
I'll tell you what they do have, man. They got iron and gold and uranium and zinc and copper, and they got this mineral called other too. I don't know what kind of mineral. other.
They got
Look
everything.
at the list. It's got iron, gold, uranium, zinc, copper, and other. Look at him. Hey, but it seemed to me like Greenland land ought to belong to Canada and not Denmark. And Denmark, man, they ain't done nothing with Greenland, man. They ain't doing nothing with it. But now they're mad that the United States wants to take it over. And we already got Air Force bases and stuff up there. I don't know what Donald Trump is talking about wanting to take something over, man. They got all kind of mining companies and everything else going on, man.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny, actually, that it's causing such a stir with the Europeans. It makes them mad. I don't know though. It'd be a good place to set up a shack to sell your cricket flour and worm hot dogs. I'm just saying, like, if we invade, those people up there, they've never been exposed to worm hot dogs and how delicious they are.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's worm hot dogs, man. Hey, for all y'all in the radio land don't know, is a delicacy, man. Hey, we make them fresh down there in Waldo, Florida. Hey, but y'all getting me sidetracked, man. Hey, there all kind of other stuff going on in the world, man. Hey, they got this stuff going on where these people, these foreigners are up there in Minnesota, and they causing all kind of problems, man, and all kind of shootings and everything else going on. Hey, I found out. Hey, this ain't no lie. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you, man, this ain't no lie. They've got they got programs out there, man, and you can get money for turning in. They call them bounty hunters, man. You specifically, you can be a bounty hunter, man. They got all kind of programs out there. Hey, you turn somebody in, man, you can get $1,000 if you know where they're at. Hey, if you get 10 or 20 of them. Yeah, no, I ain't no lie, man. Hey, 20 illegals in one house or something, man. Hey, and that's what I ain't going to say that I'm doing it because I ain't doing it, but I know a fella that's doing it. And what he'll do is he'll rent out. I ain't lying.
You know a fella, and he happens to live in your house, right?
Hey, he rents out his house to illegals, man. And then he turns them in. Look at him. He got 20
so you get first, last, and security deposit, and you get $1,000?
Yeah, man. They get 20 of them in one room.
That is genius. That is genius.
Hey, no, hey, that ain't the genius part of it, man. Hey, the genius part of it is what he does is, I'm going to tell y'all something else, too, here in a minute, and you ain't going to believe it, man. Hey, no, but the genius part about it is he knows where they're at down there, wherever they get deported back to. He'll go back down there and pick them up and then bring them back across the border and do it all over again, man.
I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. Yeah, man, come on back. Let's get you back up there.
He got it all figured out, man. He just keep doing it over and over and over again, man. Hey, they got programs out there where if you self-deport, they'll pay you money. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's up to $5,000 now, or at least 3.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All kind of different programs out there, man. Hey, but I got it figured out. Hey, because Aunt Mama Lou got 23 sisters, and them 23 sisters has got 23 illegals that they're married to, man. Hey, I ain't gonna say that I'm doing it, but the fella that's doing it is he's taking them and turning them all into ICE, 23 at a time, man. And ICE will haul them back down to Mexico. And then this fella that I know, he'll go back down there to the border and bring them back up here again. And then they get turned back in again, man. It's $23,000 a month. Come on.
I'll tell you, if Aunt Mama Lou was here right now, she'd smack you over the head with a frying pan. I guarantee it.
Aunt Mama Lou crooked, she's in on it. I'm telling you. Hey, whenever
I think I know how I'm going to buy my next Bitcoin.
Hey, how you going to do that? Come on.
Well, you just
100,000 illegal. 100 illegals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in Oregon, man. I got plenty of them here. I can work out some stuff. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I look at him. The only thing is, Oregon's a long ways away unless you deporting Canadians, man. That's a long.
I'll send the Mexicans to Snow, Mexico. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
There's got to be some Canadian expat bar in your town, you know?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure there is. I'm sure there is.
you got to have ideas, man. If you ain't got ideas, you're backing up. I'm telling you.
It's true. It's true.
You've got all the ideas you want. You're still backing up, Willie.
Hey, you got. Hey, it's all good, man. I'm telling you, it's all good. For all y'all out there in Radio Land don't know, man, Saul Good is supposed to
Great
be.
man. Really
Yeah,
good man. He's a
he
very good
crooked,
man.
man.
Honest.
He
Honest.
crooked. No, hey,
Not what?
censorship sucks brought him in. Mark
He's a great guy.
brought him in. Somebody brought that man in and said, "Hey, look at him. Here's what you need to do. You need to handle all of Willie's advertising and all of Willie's song contracts and all of Willie's movie contracts and all of Willie's books." And then they got him handling all of Willie's money. And then Saul Good sent me some crooked contract and said that if I sign it, then that makes him automatically my manager, and I got to turn over my farm and my cricket emporium and all my other assets and everything, man. Hey, it's all good. He crooked because I ain't seen a bit of that money. He talking about, oh, I got a Bitcoin mine over in Colorado, man. Hey, Michael the Midget, he doesn't run off. Michael the Midget, after his brother Steve got cut out of him, because Michael the Midget, he had a third leg, and that
Conjoined
was his
twin.
brother Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Conjoined twin, yeah.
That's what they called it. They call it a conjoined twin. It was Michael the Midget, and he had a big old he had a big old foot in between his legs, a big old leg, and that was his brother Steve. Yeah,
It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, but hey, I ain't seen Michael the Midget, man. He done run off with all my Bitcoin money too, and I think he's in cahoots with Saul Good. And Aunt Mama Lou, she done runned off too, man. Hey, and I ain't seen Saul. Hey, y'all need to get a hold of Saul Good, because Saul Good, I'm telling you, man,
he's looking for you.
Yeah,
he said you owe money.
No, hey, call him up. Get him on the phone, man. Hey, Saul Good is supposed to be my manager, but he ain't worth a lick of nothing, man.
Well, I don't know, man. I introduced you guys because I wanted him to produce, one of your songs that you wrote. Was it Lucky 7?
Yeah,
and
man.
I thought he did a great job of it, and it made a bunch of money and became a hit. And I don't know what the problem is, man. You're the one that went on and signed your power of attorney over to the guy.
Yeah, but
I didn't tell you to do that.
Yeah, no. Hey,
and now
Kate
he's in the Caribbean.
Yeah, no. Hey, it was Kate the Great and Sick of the Lies. They recorded that song, and all of the revenues was supposed to be turned over to Saul Good, man. Hey, and Saul Good has got all of that money, and we ain't seeing none of it. Sick of the Lies, he wants to know where his money is, and Kate the Great, she wants to know where her money is, and Saul Good has got it all. I'm telling you, Saul Good, he crooked, man. He crooked as the day is long. Come on.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know, man. I think he's a pretty, honorable guy, but I would never sign power of attorney over to him, for my whole net worth. That's crazy. No one does that.
No,
except for Epstein clients do that.
No, hey, no, that's what happened is he sent a check for $4.33, and he said that by cashing this check in, that it automatically put me under contract with him because I accepted payment. And the fact of the matter is I didn't accept payment. Aunt Mama Lou got that money, and then her sister, White Trash, her sister's a white trash. I ain't gonna lie. Bad, and she's the one that cashed that check, man. Hey, and now I'm supposed to be under some kind of contract, but Saul Good, I'm telling you, don't do business with Saul Good because he's crooked. I'm telling you. He reminds me of that thing where they were some kind of mafia movie, man, and that little fella, he was talking to the other fella, and he called him some bad names, some of his nationality. Well, that's what Saul Good is. He's that nationality. He's cheap. I tell you, crook. I ain't saying nothing out loud, man.
You are, Willie. We see where you come from, man. We know where you come from. Yeah, but you're from the South, so you don't know no better.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch some of these people, man. Look at him. But hey, I'm telling you though, hey, Saul Good.
So Willie, You always slam the show with yelling flat Earth. Okay, we got about 3.5 minutes. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Because man, it seems like every time we try to cut you off to end the segment, you have to go on about flat Earth. What is up your butt with flat Earth?
No, man. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, if I start talking about flat Earth, it runs your show down because people automatically think, well, if you believe in flat Earth, there's something bad wrong with you and you're dumb or something, man. Hey, I might, but I ain't plumb dumb. And if you start talking about flat Earth, you start talking about flat Earth, people think you're plumb dumb. Hey, but all y'all out there in Radio Land here, I'm gonna let you know, man. The fact of the matter is, these here are the facts, because you know I'm a top secret agent man too, man. Hey, and the fact of the matter is that the Earth ain't flat; it's round, but it's a lot bigger than what we think it is, man. Hey, we've been told that it's like 24,000 miles in circumference, and the fact of the matter is, it's like a gazillion miles in circumference, and there's outer lands, man. Hey, we live. Hey, I got the proof of it too.
And where are they exactly?
Yeah, no,
on outside of the ice wall on the other side.
Hey, outside of the ice wall, man, is other lands and other civilizations, man. Hey, I got it all wrote down right here in front of me. I just got to pull it up on. Hold on, I got to sign into Google real quick. My AOL, man.
We got about 1.5 minutes left before we have to go to break, Willie. So pick it up a little, right?
Yeah, no, man. I got.
Now, you're saying past the ice wall. That's in the Arctic, right?
And no, hey, it's all around us, man. It's all around us.
You just said the Earth is round. It's a globe, right?
Hey, it ain't flat. But see, it's because you got to look at it like this, man. As far as the water level goes, man, the water stays level all the time. There ain't no way in the world that you can pour water on a basketball and it don't roll off, man. I'm telling you. Look at here. It's
that's a completely different. If you put water on a basketball in outer space, it would stick to it with the gravity, right?
And the centrifugal force, the spinning keeps the water stuck to the.
Hey, there is no spinning, and hey, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. You might not know it, man. Hey, you might have heard it, but the truth of the matter is, hey, it's gravity. There is no such thing as gravity. Gravity don't exist, man. Hey, you ever seen them on the space station, man? Hey, I seen them on the space station, and they got a cup of water sitting on the counter, and the cup of water. Hey, the water ain't floating up in the air and stuff, man.
With that, we're all out of time. So, folks, we'll be back in a few minutes after these messages.
I got time, man. Hey, flat Earth, man. Hey, look at him.
You didn't get it in. Too late.
Well, doggone. Man, that's got to be the fastest 25 minutes in radio.
It is.
Where you were going with a cup of water in space, I mean, come on, dude.
Hey, I seen the video. They was on the space station, man. Had a cup of water sitting up on the counter. It wasn't floating.
The coolest space thing I've ever seen was when they spin the little T-shaped thing, and it like flips on its own. It'll stay spinning, but then it flips left and right on its own. Like the way that the things operate in space is really cool. Like water.
It's the one where he's playing with cards and the card just falls down. He picks it up off the floor. It's like, dude, you're in space. How does that happen?
All right, Willie, you're in outer space. What weighs more, a 10-pound weight or a feather?
It don't matter if you're on Earth. Weight is weight. Hey, look at here. Hey, I got a question for you. Hey, y'all smart, right? Hey,
very.
This is a serious question. I come across this one day, and I've been thinking about it, and I hadn't researcherized it or nothing, no, man. Hey, here's what I want to know: is there such a thing as I guess you call it terminal velocity. Like if you drop something, it can't go but so fast and no faster.
Yeah. I mean, for a human jumping out of an airplane, you hit terminal velocity at what, like 130, 50 something miles an hour?
And you can't go no faster.
Terminal velocity for humans is supposed to be light speed. You're not supposed to be able to go faster than light, or you'll all disintegrate from it.
Well, we're talking about in Earth's atmosphere.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the atmosphere. Oh, well, that's different.
Let's just say that you're on the edge of outer space or whatever, and you drop, a rock.
Yeah.
That is only it's not going to keep getting faster and faster and faster.
That's why bullets don't. That's why when you shoot your gun in the air, a bullet can come down and really hurt someone, but it won't kill them like if you shot them. You know what I mean? Because they go up really fast and then they come down, they hit terminal velocity, and that's how fast they hit someone. It doesn't just like blow right through you. You know what I mean?
So if you drop a rock from the edge of outer space, it's only going to go fast and no faster.
Yeah, it'll hit terminal velocity and then it'll fall the rest of the way at that speed.
Thank you, darling. I got chocolate chip cookies.
Nice. Chocolate chip cookies are awesome.
Oh.
You got some milk?
They're hot and fresh. Just came out the oven.
That's how you do it right there.
Then you don't even need milk.
I got me a cup of coffee.
That works.
A man after my own heart.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee and cookies.
But yeah, I mean, terminal velocity, right? I mean, that's a thing.
It's resistance, though. It's all resistance based, right? Like if it's air or water air has a terminal velocity and water has a terminal velocity, from my understanding.
Well, and like a big RV falling out of the sky is different than like a missile falling out of the sky, right? Like a lead missile. Just
because of the wind resistance is different.
The missile's going to go way faster than like a hollow like camper trailer or something.
Right. It'll reach terminal velocity faster.
30 seconds.
So it'll accelerate the terminal velocity faster. Yeah.
Yeah, some big like hell. Think of like a tent. You know what I mean? Drop a tent out of an airplane. How fast is that thing going to get going?
Right.
Oh, call me later on when David comes in.
All right, Willie. You have a good one.
Appreciate you.
Say goodbye to your better half.
Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are back live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Oh, Sunday night edition. Man, Willie's crazy, isn't he, Doc? Every week that guy just keeps coming with it. He keeps coming with it. Yep. There is no such thing as gravity. Were you aware of that?
I'm familiar with the concept, but not as detailed as Willie is. Willie really has the knowledge of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, just ask him.
Yeah, he'll tell you.
Oh, lordy. So let's dive into, I guess, some, might as well go to England for a little bit. I always love checking in on Keir Starmer, who has once again flip-flopped on the mandatory ID thing, ending jury trials for minor offenses, under 16 social media ban, and his attacks on pubs. So he's flip-flopping on all that stuff now because it's all coming into the polls, and he's realizing how unpopular all this stuff is, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, understandably so. I mean, people do not want to be turned into little dots on a TV screen to be tracked everywhere, and as dangerous as posting on social media is in the UK, I'm not surprised at all that people rejected it. Not surprised in any way.
And he's moving to basically make the rate where you get a DUI to like half of what it, we're used to 0.08, like think 0.03.
So, like, if you take a shot of cough syrup, you can drunk drive? That's crazy.
Yeah, but, like, if you go to the pub, you can't have a beer anymore and then drive home. Like, if you go to the pub, have a beer, go home, no harm, no foul. But they'll make that illegal.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
talk about as, war on pubs. Under 16 social media ban. They just did that in Australia. And from what I've seen, any kid with like half a head on their shoulders can figure out how to get around that in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's not hard. I remember I remember when I can't remember somebody did something very similar to this. One of the states did, and immediately like kids were using VPNs like the same day that the ban went into effect.
Yeah, takes that. Well, how do I get around this? Oh, look up a free VPN. Boom, download a free VPN, and suddenly it just asks you what country. You pick America, and off you go.
Yep, exactly.
You don't miss a beat. Yeah. You might get an alert to say, hey, is this you logging in? And it looks like you're in America. And you're like, yep, that's me. And now I live there.
It's very dystopian, though, the war they have on pub culture in England.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, the traditional pub setting, tavern here in the United States, was where all of the union organizing was done. It's where all of the political organizing was done. It's where all of your social interactions came from. Football clubs had their own pubs. I mean, it was essential to English traditions and to... Well,
and it still is.
Yeah,
it still is, I would say. I mean, it's not really gone away. But they're at war with it. Have you seen, Clarkson's Farm? Have you watched much of that?
Some of it. I've seen some clips floating around.
It's really fascinating because 90% of the problems he has are not, they're man-made problems from the council, where you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't do that and you're not doing that right and you're not packaging this right. And just at every corner, there's something they find that is, the parking. He's got his pub. He wanted to have a little gift shop in the front where people could buy stuff. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just one compromise after another. And this is some, multi-million-dollar farm he's got with every intention of doing the right thing at every turn. All of it, broadcast for everyone to see. And it's just him fighting the government the whole time. And kind of getting there despite of them.
Yeah. I mean, we have similar things going on here in the United States. I had a friend who tried to turn his family farm into a wedding venue. I helped him redo the whole inside of the barn, and we cut out sides of the barn and put windows in. It was this beautiful, beautiful event space. And he did a wedding for some people without a license, and the fire marshal or something happened to be invited to the wedding. I can't remember if it was fire marshal or somebody. Constable, something like that. Next thing you know, he's getting invoices in the mail. He's getting shut down. He has inspectors coming. He's got to get this license and that license. I mean, it's terrible what they do to anybody trying to start any kind of small business, let alone try to run a farm in England.
Well, and we see these protests that are going on in France over the last week, where all the farmers brought their tractors into the city and kind of encircled many of the main intersections to try to run things down, because the EU has cut a deal with Brazil to buy all their produce, basically.
Yeah.
They want to put everyone in the EU out of business, get rid of all the farmers, and buy it all from Brazil. And yet Brazil won't have any of the complications that the European farmers have. If they want to spray it with whatever, they can do it. If they need to use this chemical, go for it. All of the restrictions. It's just a massive FU to the people of the EU that are trying to farm. And so they're pissed.
They don't want them to have their own food source there. That's what it is. The big globalist push is to have all of your products and your produce, your meat, to come from a foreign country, and your country to be dependent on foreign countries, so that you won't go to war with one another. That's really what globalism is all about, is to make each other interdependent on one another, so that you can't be strong enough to fight against one another. It's a really silly way to do things, because it destroys what made Europe great, which is it had all of the components of an economic powerhouse, had its own food supply, had its own manufacturing, and its own quality labor force. And when you have all those things, then you can be successful as an economy.
And vibrant, cultures that had so much to offer one another. Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, from the UK, right now you can get on a train in London and be in Paris in like 3 hours, 2 hours. It's not very far.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're in another country. You're straight up in another culture with all the beauty that France has to offer in its arts and its cuisine and its wine and you name it,
Right.
And vice versa. They can go up to the UK and go to London and have, an amazing day on the town. And that should be respected. Each culture there should be respected. Greece is Greece. Italy is Italy. Spain is Spain. Portugal is Portugal, even though it's landlocked, kind of blocked in there by Spain, but it's still Portugal.
Well,
that's the beauty of the world, though,
Well, that was the beauty of Europe before they became the EU, was that was the whole point of Europe, is that each one of these little places over there spawned its own great diaspora across the West. You had French people that spread all over the world. You had Dutch people. You had English people. And that was kind of the point, is that these cultures all had their own unique print on the world. With that going away under the EU and the open borders and getting rid of all their income, it's made them very pitiful and dependent on the government. And it's communism has gone full swing in France. Like 90% of their public offices are held at the federal level, are held by either communist members or far leftists. It's really sad.
Yeah, and you see people on the streets, you ask them, what does it mean to be, English? And they just pretty much put it down to the passport nowadays. If you get the passport, you're British. Like, that's it.
Yep.
And
the Civ Nat person, like the civil nationalists are the ones who are like, yes, if you have the passport, you're an Englishman. When reality is genetics is that.
Well, it's the culture. And I saw somebody, a man on the street sort of interview saying, England doesn't have a culture. What are you talking about? There's no culture here. It's just homogenous nothing. But that homogenous nothing is a culture. I mean, look at the buildings. You can't stand in the middle of London and say there's no culture when you're standing in front of Big Ben and, the clock tower and Abbey.
London Bridge or...
Yeah, all that stuff. Abbey Gate.
Well, and then you have the British, the naval history. You have the colonial history. I mean, there's a lot of culture that is spread all over the world from England that is not credited to the English people.
Yeah, I mean, think of the entire, all the spices of the planet were pretty much invented and brought back to Europe by the English. They didn't use any of them, but they brought back all those spices.
Well, and that's even another thing. World War II absolutely destroyed the British cuisine. The getting involved in World War II and the globalist empire nonsense that was going on at that time, that led to the downfall of their entire culinary experience. Their entire culinary experience was ruined by canned food and military rationing. So, it's quite sad that English people are not allowed to celebrate their culture anymore, even in their own country.
Yeah, even in their own country, especially in their own country, which is a just sad state of affairs. It really it is what it is. I just hate to see it because it's coming. If England can fall this easily, then what's left? Ill Britannia rule the world. We will never, ever, ever be slaves.
And now they basically are to all of the immigrants that their government has imported, and they all have to work to the bone to pay for all the services they provide. It's insane. It really is how quickly, if you internalize a bunch of nonsensical, economic, guilt-ridden, kind of mentality, how easily it is to degrade your own people. It's actually scary, because that means it could happen here in the United States in a flash of an eye. I mean, if the Democrats win in the midterms, we could be headed right in that direction.
It's a big thing, these midterms. It really is. We just need to hold, at least at the very minimum, one of the two houses. The Senate or the House. One of them needs to be held. Yeah. As a firewall. And, if we can keep them or even grow both of them, boy, would that be a message to the world, and to the left especially. If, Donald Trump is able to grow his majority in both the House and the Senate, that would be revolutionary. It would just witness to the world and to everyone on the left that it's different.
It would be extremely demoralizing to the left if we were able to maintain control of the House and Senate, for sure.
I mean, they've got Kami Mamdani in New York, though. That's working out well, right?
Well, I think that guy is probably going to walk New York right off the edge of the cliff. They're pretty close as it is, economically speaking. I think he's going to walk them off the cliff. And unfortunately, I think we're going to see a San Francisco light in New York City.
And he's going to brag about how it's the most affordable city, big city in the country now.
Of course.
You can rent, what used to be $1 million condo, you can now rent it for, $3,000 a month. When it used to be $30,000 a month, beautiful view of the city, high rise, perfect neighborhood, but you can't go outside or you'll get stabbed.
And they'll have a poop tracker, part 2.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, boy, the people he's putting in power and some of the strategies they're trying to lift up. He visited some. So he put this woman in power and in charge of like the housing acquisition sort of department, where they're going to go out and buy up all these houses. And they went to visit one where she was integral in making it happen, and it's been run by the city, and it had violations up the Yahoo.
144 violations over a 3-year period, I think, something like that.
Yeah, and then he compared it to this horrible rundown place that was run by some slumlord, and granted, didn't look that nice, but had like a quarter or half of the number of violations. Yeah, and pointed to that and said, this is how we're going to take this kind of guy down. If he doesn't fix the stuff up, we're gonna take it from him, and then we're going to treat it even worse than he ever did, because they don't care. They just want. They want the power. They want to put you into their control. So now they're the landlord to you. Now they can say, hey, guess what? You step out of line, you don't live here anymore.
Yeah, that's the scary part. When I heard what they wanted to do with the acquisition of homes, and then make sure that if a home's going to sale, it has to go to the state to buy it first. If the state wants to buy it, they have to be given preferential offers. Like, I just knew that they're headed for that kind of disaster where they're probably going to have some sort of social equity kind of scheme where if you aren't down with their plans, they will run you out of the city one way or another.
Yeah. Imagine a scenario where, like, again, you've got this apartment in the city, 1 bedroom, it's a corner unit, it's a really prized, a really nice place. And your neighbor, he's got a 2-bedroom right next to you, and he wants your apartment really bad because he wants to knock out the wall and make it a massive, 3-4 bedroom, whatever. And so he's been on you for years saying, hey, man, if you ever sell that, just let me know. I'll give you above market value. I'll give you whatever you want because I really want that property. And so you're like, sure, sounds great. It's a ace in my hole. You know what I mean? I know if I ever need cash, I can go to this guy. He's a multimillionaire. He can pay cash for it. And off you go. So one day he decides, hey, man, I need some money. I'm just going to sell it to homie next door. Under New York's new law, you will have to give the city and the charitable organizations there 20 days to make you an offer before your neighbor can even know about the fact that you're looking to sell it. And then they might give you an offer and you say, no, thanks. I know my neighbor's going to pay way more than that, so I'm just going to turn you down. They say, okay, fine. Now it's 20 days later, you put it on the open market, but you don't even do that. You just call up your neighbor and say, hey, you want to buy it? Cash on the barrelhead, $4 million. And he says, done deal. I'll send you, wire transfer tomorrow morning. Okay, not so fast. Now you have to submit that back to the city and to the charities and give them 80 days from that point to decide if they want to beat the offer.
Yep.
So now I decided last night I wanted to sell my apartment. I call up my neighbor. In a real rational world, he says, yes, done deal. The next day I got cash. The next day he's got the title. And it's that simple. In this new New York scenario, minimum 100 days. And they can drag it out even further. If they file the right paperwork or whatever, after the 80 days, they want an extension to look at it more, to do the numbers or whatever, they can sit on it forever. And you will never be able to sell it to your buddy for cash.
And then you go broke, you declare bankruptcy, you get kicked out of your place, and it goes up for auction, and the state buys at auction for a quarter of the price.
There you go. I mean, it just gums up the system so that you would never buy real estate on any sort of speculative basis in the city of New York because it's just too much of a hassle. And if you're going to rent it out to somebody and they complain to the city about whatever, man, you better be there the next day with a certified electrician, ready to pay 5 times the going rate to make sure you don't get a code violation. Yep. Because if you do, you're done. You're toast.
Yep. And that will be weaponized, of course.
Oh, yeah. It all gets weaponized. But let's see here. I've got a self-own thing to talk about here. Let's see here. This is Mark Davis for Congress. This guy's down in Florida. Okay. Mark Mad Dog Davis. Mad Dog Davis for Congress. He said, quote, I only bring this up because it's getting so much attention, ... But if you go to Nazis.us, it takes you to the DHS website, FYI. So Nazis.us takes you to the DHS website. And people tested it out and they said, wow, this does. I wonder who owns that. They went to whois.org and typed in Nazis.us, and guess whose name came up?
I guess his.
Mark Davis for Congress.
Well, our enemies aren't smart, John, but they are our enemies nonetheless.
Yeah. Now, you can get what's called a private registration. It's like $20 a year or something, and it just hides who the owner is. Doesn't put your name front and center with your home phone number and your address.
And he wasn't even smart enough to know that. A guy just registered in his own name and then threw it out there like it was going to be this big, huge own, like he doesn't know how the internet works.
Yeah, it's getting so much attention. I thought we'd, just put this out there, and he owns it, dude. It's a perfect example of how the politicians on the left are stirring up this violence, stirring people up.
Yep. They're creating the conditions where their little foot soldiers will go out and do terrible things to conservatives and Republicans and even people that aren't conservative or Republican if they support whatever the thing they're not supposed to support is. These people, that if Trump really wants to make an impact on the midterms, arresting guys like this caught in active situations where they're creating this, fomenting this revolutionary action, that would make a big dent in the popularity of the GOP if we could start arresting some of these. I call them criminals. Some people call them treasonous. Others just call them communists. But they're just creating havoc to create havoc so they can win power back, and we got to stop that.
Yeah, and it's so blatant, too. I mean, what is going on in Minnesota leads straight back to people. There are several whistleblowers that said they went to Tim Walz years ago about this stuff. And he shut them down, threatened them, did all kinds of malicious actions against them, basically ruined their careers.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's the case in every
garbage.
State. Yeah, it is
garbage. You're guilty. If you did that, you knew about it, and you let it happen as governor, man, you're negligent. You have a duty to uphold the people, the rights of the people, not just to turn a blind eye to massive multi-billion-dollar fraud rings. You're complicit, bro.
Yeah. I mean, look what the Democrats put Blagojevich in jail for selling Obama's Senate seat because he sold it to a guy they didn't want him to sell it to. So, I mean, we can arrest Walls for doing. I mean, it's not like it's unprecedented. It's not like mayors and governors are immune from prosecution if they violate the Constitution or the law.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Let's see. In the limited time we have left, let's talk about this one. The Court of Appeals ruled this week that federal district courts lack power over immigration cases, over individual cases, right? So all of these little federal district judges who have been making crazy stay orders and whatnot and demanding people come, none of that is going to happen anymore. The Court of Appeals just shut it all down. Huge win for Trump.
Big, very big.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why it's taken so long to get so many people rounded up and deported is because we've been fighting these court battles with all these blue states that are trying to resist deportations. If we can get that court battle stuff out of the way, we can just get to kicking folks out, and it'll go a lot smoother once we get numbers down.
Well, this is a big one right here, of course. Yeah, I mean, a federal district judge says, "Hey, you can't take that guy out." You just say, "You don't have power. Sorry, we're out of here. He's going."
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
you can do. Yeah.
It crushes any precedent that they were trying to set.
Yeah. Abrego Garcia, the Maryland dad, right? The father dude, who was an MS-13 member, or is a MS-13 member, which is why he was being deported. There was also that dude that got sent down to El Salvador, to the prison of the CCOT, and then there was the senator or congressman that went down to visit him. They had margaritas out in the courtyard together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that whole nonsense. Apparently, that guy's on the streets in Maryland still.
Yeah, because a circuit judge or district court said, "Yeah, let's put him back on the street," and now that's done. So, I don't know. Big win, for at least ICE's ability to do customs enforcement.
Well, it clarifies what most people who understood immigration law already understood. It explains it and codifies it. Like, that's federal territory. Period.
Yeah. Here's a story out of Seattle about a jury that just let a criminal illegal alien free who rammed his vehicle into an ICE agent during an operation last year.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
So and I'm looking at a picture of the car. It was totaled. I mean, it's destroyed. He hit it hard. And the jury just said, hey, I'm not guilty. How do you have a country if our jury system is that corrupt in these liberal cities?
I don't know if you can. I mean, some people have been talking about it online, and I think they may be correct. I think the Reconstruction period after the Civil War was probably a net negative on society for extenuating circumstances. There was a lot of freed slaves that ended up running north, and that caused all kinds of problems. But the reality is we're going to need probably another Reconstruction type situation where we go in and occupy these states with federal troops and re-elect their governments. I have a feeling that. Yeah, I have a
scary
feeling
thought, man.
It is. It's terrifying because I don't want to live in a world that's doing that kind of thing. It's a dangerous world to live in. But I think we're probably going to get something worse if we don't do that now.
Exactly. All right. Well, on that note, let's wrap it up here. Folks, thanks so much for listening to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Doc, where can people find you online?
I am on the Twitterverse at Doctor420, and that's Doctor with an E 420. I'm also on Rumble, and my favorite, Minds.com.
All right, folks, thanks so much for listening. We will see you all on Wednesday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on this channel.
Flat Earth!
Well, at least David got it in. But anyways.
All right, gentlemen, you have a great night.
All right.
You too. So, David, there is no gravity. No such thing as gravity.
Yeah. And birds
Really?
are real.
Oh yeah, really.
I knew birds weren't real.
Well, yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Well, we don't need gravity because the man's keeping you down.
I don't.
Right?
I'm not going to be able to do an after show tonight, guys. All right.
All right.
So
Oh, no?
you guys can do it together on the side, but I'm not me.
David, do you want to do it together on the side?
Yeah.
That sounds really gay.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
I mean, if you want to talk, I'm
Yeah,
cool with that.
You guys can chat.
I don't know
wanna
about
do it on
doing
the
this
side.
together on the
Chat each
side.
other
No,
up on the
no.
side. All right.
There's got to be a
Job
reach
and
around.
people
They're just not Tinder. You know.
Anyway.
All right. If you're in the Kick chat, we're gonna take and head over to Morrow. He is streaming over there. He's got some gaming going. He's been supporting us tonight. Appreciate it. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna take and get this out in by tomorrow for the encore, and I'm gonna call it a night. Good night, everybody.
Night. All right, David, I'll meet you over here after Mark hangs up, or
Yeah, when Mark hangs up, I'll just start a new one using the same
All right, I'm gonna
same
hang
deal.
up right
So
now,
Sunday
guys.
2.
Sunday too.
Yep.
Yeah.